In this video, we're going to take a look at student enrollments. And student enrollments in Moodle are necessitated by the fact that there are some modules in Moodle that are interactive, which means that students can post back in these modules. So examples are digital quizzes, the assignment module, discussion forums. All of those are going to require students to be enrolled in the class because really their name then is stamped on whatever submission they might make. So I am on Michelle Jarvie's page for Honors Writers Workshop, and if I scroll down to her first topic block, you will notice one thing here that says writing assignment number 1. Me as a writer, I can tell by the icon next to it that that's a digital assignment. So if I click on it, you are going to see that there's a description of what she's asking the students to do, and she's got 32 participants in the class. That means 32 students enrolled, and students submitted this assignment online. So they had to be enrolled in order to do that. So there are two methods to facilitate student enrollment. One is called manual enrollment. The second is called self-enrollment. So manual enrollment is when the teacher does the work to get everybody hooked into this class, and self-enrollment is where the students enroll themselves. I'm going to talk about manual enrollment first. So manual enrollment is done from the administration block. So I'm going to scroll down here and find her administration block. And I am going to click on the triangle next to users to expand that menu. And then I'm going to expand the enrollment methods menu. Now you can see that under there we have manual and self-enrollment. If either of those are missing, that just tells you that you need to add one of those options or turn it on or enable it. So if I click on the word enrollment methods, you are going to see that two students or two users in this page were manually enrolled. And if you need to make configuration changes or you want to disable that option, you can do that by hitting the eyeball. But what about if you wanted to actually enroll somebody? This particular button here will do that. If I click on it, then what I'm going to do is search for a user, so from the right side. So this is the column for students that are currently not enrolled. So let's say I was looking for an Osland. Oops, sorry about that error, just that went away immediately. These are all the Oslands in the system. So let's say that Oliver was a student of Michelle's. She could just click on add. Now keep in mind that you want to type a part of the name that you're sure that you're spelling it right, and when you're searching, less is probably more. So for instance, if I don't know how to spell the name Evelyn, I might just put E-V-E-L and then just stop right there if I don't know how to spell the rest of the name, because what's going to happen is that from our directory of users, all those individuals with that string of characters in their name will come up, and you'll, lo and behold, find the person that you want to add. So that's manual enrollment, and I'm actually going to take Oliver and I'm going to remove him because he doesn't really need to be in this course. Now, another way to enroll users other than going into enrollment methods is there's an enrolled users option here as well. It looks just a little bit different, because then there's an enroll users button and then this pop-up window comes up. It works close to the same way. So if I start typing in Osla and I click search, anybody with that text string in their name is going to come up. And if I wanted to enroll Oliver, I could click on that. And then let's say I wanted to do another one. Let's say I was looking for a Hoffman. I could click on search and I could add Sarah Hoffman to the page. And I could just continue to do that with my class list. And then at the very end, I would say finish, and those individuals will be added to this course. And if I wanted to now remove them, they're somewhere in this list of enrolled users. And so I am going to, for example, look for Sarah Hoffman. So I'm doing a search. Yep, lo and behold, she'll come up in my search. If I wanted to remove her from the course altogether, I go all the way to the right where it tells me that she was manually enrolled, and I can click on the X and I can remove her from this course page. Keep in mind, if you enroll a student, two advantages. Number one, they can participate in interactive elements in your course. And then number two, that student will see a hyperlink directly to your course page under My Courses in their navigation block when they are logged into Moodle. So if you open up the My Courses option, that student will see a hyperlink to your course directly. It makes it very easy for them to get to the page to use it. All right, self-enrollment. So you can manually enroll students if you have a class list right in front of you, but you can also ask the students to enroll themselves. And at the high school, I know they're getting pretty good at that. Again, go down to Users in the administration block, open up Enrollment Methods, and make sure that self-enrollment is listed here and that it's not grayed out or doesn't look faded out. So if I click on Enrollment Methods, you just want to double check that the eyeball is not, doesn't have a slash in it like this. If I click, that is going to disable self-enrollment, which, you know, you could do if you wanted to. And otherwise, you're going to enable it. And then you have a choice. You have a choice on whether or not you want to force students to have a key that they type in order to get into the course. So that would just, basically what that means is if you put a key, you're trying to limit students enrolling or accessing the page because you want to keep the content protected. And if you didn't want students to get on the page that were not part of that class, you are going to want to turn off guest access or keep it on and go to your page settings and put a password in there for guests to get in, because students can enter as a guest if they don't log into Moodle. And then you would also want to put in an enrollment key. And so Michelle does have an enrollment key here, so she would share that with students, and the direction she would tell the students in order to enroll in the class is simply log into Moodle, find the course, and click on the enroll button in the administration block. At some point in there, they will be prompted for the key. So let me go back to the Moodle homepage. There's two ways that you can tell students to get to the page to do that enrollment. Number one, you can have them go under school sites and navigate there. That's a logical navigation. Or you could tell them some part of the course name. And in this case, the last name is in her course name. And so we could type that into the search field and it's going to bring up this page. I just wanted to quickly let you know about these symbols. When you get pages listed in Moodle from a search, that particular symbol means that guest access is enabled. So that means people not logged into Moodle can get on Michelle's page. And this one means that self-enrollment is activated. Down here, if you look at the global literature, this means that self-enrollment is activated, enabled, but students would need to know what the password is. So you need to give them the enrollment key. Maybe password's not a good word.